Welcome, everyone. Eagles insider Dave Spadaro along with the Hall of Famer Brian Westbrook. It's our self-scout as we look back on Sunday's 26-23 loss in Nashville to the Tennessee Titans, an agonizing overtime loss. B. West, great game, I guess, for people who don't have emotional investment. But for those of us who do, it was gut-wrenching.
It was tough. It was tough to watch our team that we know so well and that we know our Super Bowl champions have done so many things in the past. It's tough to watch them go out there and do things that are uncharacteristic, not catch the ball, not block very well, not do the things that we've seen them do so well in the past. And they just looked like they didn't know what to do yesterday, and that's disappointing.
This segment is sponsored by Golden Nugget Jeweler, and here's a golden nugget that wasn't very golden for the Philadelphia Eagles. Something we haven't seen in a very, very long time. A 17-3 lead that went away like that.
Yeah.
And you just thought that the Eagles, after three very nice possessions offensively, a little slow start, they get things going with Jeffery, Carson Wentz playing very well, inside-outside game. Zach Ertz inside, Jeffery outside, ball moving very well. 17-3 lead after the touchdown pass to Jeffery. And then Tennessee took it right to the Eagles from a defensive standpoint. The Eagles offense didn't recover until late, Brian. What happened to the Eagles at the line of scrimmage?
Well, offensively, and it really offensively and defensively, it starts at the line of scrimmage. Can you win in the trenches? And the Eagles did not win the game in the trenches. Blocking up front, the offensive line, they have to do a much better job of blocking 4 defenders, 5 defenders. What we've seen in the past, the last couple of weeks, is that teams are going to run stunts. They're going to run tackle and end stunts, and they're going to try to confuse guys up front. That's why communication has to be key. That's why guys have to understand who they're supposed to be blocking and what defenses are trying to do with them. Also, the running backs, they have to be able to step up and block as well. We didn't see an awful lot of any of those things yesterday.
Teams did not blitz successfully last year against Carson Wentz. This year, they have not backed off bringing some pressure. Why is that? What do you think the reason is?
Well, you have a quarterback coming back from injury. You have an aging offensive line. You've seen a couple guys looking a little bit older, not playing up to what we've seen in the past. Jason Peters, Jason Kelsey, they can play much better, and I'm sure they will as soon as they get completely healthy. And so if you're a defense, you're saying, we're going to play man-to-man on the outside, and we're going to attack this team's front to make sure that we keep Carson Wentz in the pocket and try to find some holes in that offensive line. In the last couple of weeks, teams have been very successful doing that.
And that said, the Eagles did some good things. Jordan Matthews, a big 56-yard catch and run from Carson Wentz. Zach Ertz, 10 catches on 14 targets. But the thing that's interesting about Zach Ertz's game, 8 of those catches came in the first half. He only had 2 receptions on 4 targets in half number 2. Some kind of adjustment was made to take away the middle of the field.
Well, the teams are saying, we understand what you're going to. We understand what Carson likes. He likes to throw the ball to Ertz. He likes to find, you know what, he likes to target Nelson Aguilar as well. He has to catch the football. Teams are saying, okay, here's the thing. You did this in the first half. We're going to regroup and not allow those things, your strengths, to kind of beat us. The Eagles have to do the same type of things.
Jeffery made an immediate impact in this offense. 8 catches over 100 yards and the touchdown. Brian, it's amazing that one player can open things up for the entire group.
I didn't realize, and I kind of made a couple comments last week about Alshon. Only 57 catches last year. Maybe he's not the explosive guy, but he made a huge difference on the football field. Teams have to respect him. The catch radius, I still don't think he's 100%, probably not in the best shape that he probably will be as the season goes on. But the difference that he made on the field is tremendous. He does open things up for Zach Ertz. He does open things up for other receivers. Hopefully, they'll continue to find ways to get him the ball.
And another good thing here, running back Jay Ajayi fighting through some pain in the back. 70 yards, 13 carries, really ran hard and showed a lot of toughness as he and Wendell Smallwood carried the load in the backfield. The Eagles ran the ball successfully, and now we're going to get into a little bit of a downer until they got into the red zone. The Eagles just 1 of 4 inside the Tennessee 20-yard line. That's uncharacteristic, Brian, of this Doug Peterson offense.
Well, a good football team, good quarterback, good tight end, big-time receivers on the outside, they're always going to be pretty good in the red zone. And if teams want to win, you have to be very efficient in the red zone. This week, 25% in the red zone, that just is not going to be good enough to beat any team in the NFL. We have to find a way to be able to keep defenses off balance, meaning not allowing them to blitz us. We know that it's a smaller area in the red zone, but we have to find those openings. We have 2 good tight ends, Goddard, Ertz. Those guys can find the seams. We have Alshon on the outside. We should be a good accurate passing team in the red zone. We weren't yesterday.
And then let's talk about Aguilar, who was so good last year after the struggles of 2016, has had some drops in his first quarter of the season. Are you concerned?
I'm a little concerned. I mean, his drops early on in his career have been well documented. The things that he struggled with confidence-wise have been well documented. To see him go into a game and not be able to right the ship throughout 4 quarters of a game and overtime, that's the concerning part. We have to get back to basics for Nelson Aguilar, catching the ball, tucking it away, and then running, not being worried about contact, but catching the ball with his eyes and hands first.
And then Carson Wentz, 50 passing attempts in 5 quarters. The run-pass ratio was really off-kilter the entire game. Your thoughts on that?
Well, you're up early. You're up 14 points early. You're saying just keep running the football. Just pound the ball. Jay Ajayi's running well. Wendell Smallwood went in. He's running well. They have the ability to run the ball. Unfortunately, Doug, as a play caller, you win some, you lose some. And I've been a part of games where Andy decided to go away from the run very early when we weren't having success. This team was having success. Doug just went away from it and went to the passing game. 50 passes for even a qualified MVP candidate, Carson Wentz, is way too many.
All right, so this is called self-scout. Yeah. So the Vikings are coming to town on Sunday. Let's self-scout this Eagles offense. How will the Vikings attack the Eagles?
It's not going to be any different. It's going to be man-to-man on the outside. Try to get after your quarterback, try to confuse your offensive line, make sure that the communication is there offensively. You're going to see a lot of those same stunts, tackle in stunts. They're going to bring guys up in the A-gaps. They're going to test this offensive line to see if they can move around healthily and help each other. And the other thing is communication. They have to be able to pass guys off from the tackle to the guard, from the guard to the center. If they're able to do that, they will be successful. Unfortunately, the last couple of weeks, we have not been able to do that.
Here we go. Brian Westbrook, Dave Spadaro. That's our self-scout presented by Golden Nugget Jewelers.